Great day, Royals. I am Empress Lazuli and you are your empire. Welcome to your March 2020 Divine Session. Stay tuned to see how these messages can assist you in building your empire this month. Taurus, welcome to your March 2020 Divine Session with me, Empress Lazuli. Without further ado, let's dive right in to see what energy there is for you this month of March, okay? So for your current self, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is beautiful. New cycles that we're entering, and this is so fitting because with the Gregorian calendar, January is said as the first month of the year, of the 12-month calendar year, but March is actually seen in other calendars as the first month of the year, such as the Chinese New Year. So with you having this Wheel of Fortune here, I definitely see a new cycle being started for you, where you're actually on top. I see you as that Sphinx on top with the sword, okay? Having new beginning and new cycles that are starting for you. Definitely. You've had your turn with things not working out, with things not going your way, with things not being in your favor. And now you're ready to start building with the Three of Coins. You're ready to start having things and working positively in collaboration with other people to get things done, to get structure started. This could definitely be a new cycle for you guys in career. Any type of structure that's going to help you to feel more stable with where you are in life at the moment. Okay, Taurus? So wonderful, wonderful to see here. Let's see what we have for the theme of the month. The Five of Cups. So for this month, I feel like the theme, even though there is a new cycle, is for you to be grateful for what you came into this new cycle with, okay? So, like I said, entering this new cycle with the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes emotionally, it can be difficult to let go completely of things that you've gone through. You do feel the emotions that the emotional remnants, I'll say, of the things that you may have gone through in that past cycle when things were a bit heavy for you, when there was, things seemed like more of a burden, okay? When you were this person instead of the Sphinx. You feel the weight of that emotionally. However, for the theme of the month, focus on what you do have. Focus on the emotional balance that you can create with yourself. Focus on the emotional balance that you can also create with other people. Like I said, you may be going into making a new career decision. So focus on maybe investing more emotionally into that venture. You have the Page of Cups to clarify. So definitely offering yourself some type of happiness, like making a movement to go into something higher here, okay? If someone's extending an offer of emotional, that's going to help you to feel, or just redirect your energy emotionally away from what you may have been through, don't be so quick to decline that offer. Like, I feel like you could be that fish in the cup that's like playing dead. Like, oh, I can't accept any more love offers. I just went through something rough. And they're like, wake up. We have work to do, All right. So definitely the theme for you is to focus on balancing your emotions from this point. Don't be so caught up on what you've been through that you're unable to move forward because you're focusing on the sorrow or the lack of stamina that you have emotionally based on what you've been through in the past. Focus on what you do have. Focus on the balance. Focus on what is left for you to give, and don't hold that against other people, okay, moving forward. So the key goal for you, exactly what I just said with the Five of Swords, is to mentally as well move away from, like, cut your losses from thinking about those situations that no longer serve you as well, okay? I read something super powerful on Instagram the other day, and I never thought of it this way, But our throat chakra, which is literally how we communicate with the world, which very closely ties in with throat chakra, or sorry, the swords element, or suit with tarot, and also the sacral chakra, which rules our emotions, which very closely ties in to the sacral chakra, but also the cups suit with tarot. They're very closely linked, the throat chakra and the sacral chakra. So it makes sense that the key goal for you is a swords card, given that, you know, with this theme of cups energy going on, they're tying together. It's a mental process that you need to cut your losses and leave behind those things that may have hurt you emotionally, that are not going to serve you moving forward. You know that you're better than whatever situation you're leaving. You know that you're better than that. It's a matter of walking away and knowing, okay, at least I'm walking away with all of this. Yeah, it could have been a very heartbreaking situation that you've been through with the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. Like, whenever you think about it, it's very painful, but you need to make progression this month of March and entering a new cycle. And I'm not saying that you're not ever going to think about it again, but don't allow it to hold you back. Be grateful that have an attitude of gratitude is what I'm hearing. Have an attitude of gratitude in how you look at that circumstance, to be like, you know what? I'm glad that I went through that circumstance that made me feel the weight of that bad cycle, so that now I can feel the lightness of being on top. Now I can actually feel what it feels like to be on top. And it feels so good because I know what it feels like to be on bottom, you know? And a lot of times that's what we need. In order for us to truly have balance in our lives, we have to know what it feels like to be on the opposite end of things. And now that bad and negative, or what you may perceive as bad and negative side, is now over, right? That's the wheel of life. That's the circle of life. Sometimes you're down, sometimes you're up. You were down, but now you're in a cycle where you're up. So embrace being up. Be grateful for the season that you were down, because if it weren't for that season, then you wouldn't know how good it feels to be on top, right? All right, so the obstacles for you to overcome here. The Four of Cups. Yeah, this may be a real struggle for you, Taurus. I'm not going to sit here and lie, because you have Four of Cups here. You may be doubting yourself. You may be like, wow, you know, I never expected that I would be put in a situation like that, you know, and now that I have to create stability on my own. Oh, so many cards just fell. Now that I have to, with the Four of Cups, now that you have to kind of create this stability on your own. So you may have left a relationship, you may have left a business partnership, you may have left a job, and now you're like, now I have to stand on my own 2 feet. Now that I have to find a new job, now that I have to rely on my resume and my skills and my ability to do an interview and my ability to, you know, just be alone. Is that enough? Okay, yeah, Ace of Cups. Now that you have to start this new beginning of vitality and freshness, you do have more than enough. It's running over. Know that you have more than enough to launch you into this new beginning, into this wheel of fortune, this new cycle. You have more than what you need to be able to sustain yourself, Taurus, going into this new cycle. So be confident in yourself this March, starting off this new year in what in some other cultures, what they would consider this to be the start of the new year. Actually, in the zodiac, to be honest, it's the start of the new year, because Aries is March. It's on the 22nd. That's the first zodiac in the zodiac wheel. So with this new beginning that you're having, know that you have more than enough vitality and love to give to this new cycle that you're entering. Don't doubt yourself, okay? That's only going to take unnecessary energy away from what you are building and what is here, what prosperous, abundant energy is here for you, what the universe and what your higher power want to give to you, okay? So be positive, be optimistic, focus on what you're grateful for and what you have, and keep moving forward. All right, let's see here. What's the major accomplishment? You have the Page of Swords here. So you could have been triumphant in moving forward when it comes to, like I said, that past experience. You may have been wary about moving past it, but with the Page of Swords in this position, I do feel that it's an accomplishment for you to have, like, even though you had uncertainty, you still kept moving. You know, it's like, I don't know why I'm getting this feeling like I need to break up with this person. I don't know why I have this feeling like I need to leave this job. I don't know why I have this feeling that I need to remove myself from the situation, but I'm just gonna just keep moving even though I don't know 100% what I'm doing. Yeah, it could definitely, with the Lovers and the Four of Staffs, it could definitely have been a situation that you moved away from in the past when it came to a loving relationship. But by you walking away, it looks with the Four of Staffs like you're going to see success in feeling stable in some sort of new beginning, in some sort of new, fresh type of love or relationship. And again, with this being Staffs energy, obviously with the Lovers and the Four of Staffs, I won't lie, that's very intense relationship, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, type energy for us right now, Taurus, okay? But also, if this is not for you pertaining to love or a relationship, and it is pertaining to something like a job or a career move, this is something in the past that you really felt balanced in. This is a situation that you really felt a loving connection with, that you moved away from, okay? That you uncertainly, with uncertainty, decided to, okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to trust the universe. I'm going to trust, you know, what I'm feeling here, and go out onto this new adventure and step into this new cycle, right? And that new cycle is leading you to having this stable position in starting something successfully in that job, you know, or with someone else here. Definitely major accomplishment here. I want to clarify this Four of Staffs. Can we clarify this Four of Staffs, please? Yeah, Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Ace of Swords. Clarity. Truth. So you could have been with someone that was sneaking around on you. Someone that person that you left, Taurus, could still be spying on you in some type of way, but you still, or you feel some type of sneaky surveillance type energy, or you're looking over your shoulder like, should I have left that loving situation? Should I have left that situation even though, you know, I'm not 100% sure? Did I make the right decision? And it's like, yes, you made the right decision. And this is the clear cut, like what I was saying was basically the truth. You're providing clarity to yourself by moving forward into something that is honest, something that is truthful, something that is victorious for you. You were right. You were right to follow your mind and what you thought. You were right in whatever you were assuming about that past situation that you moved away from in order for this new cycle to begin here. Okay? So whatever that is for you, you were correct. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. You allowed it to be death, and that death caused rebirth and transformation. Isn't that beautiful? You did that. And that's right at the start of this new zodiac year. So what more, you couldn't have had more perfect timing, Taurus. Alright, so what to avoid here? You have the King of Coins. This is your energy as an earth sign. What to avoid? Why is the King of Coins here for what to avoid for Taurus? You have the Seven of Swords here to clarify the King of Coins, excuse me. Let's see. With the King of Coins, he can at times, like, even though he's fruitful, even though he has a lot going for himself, even though he is stable, I feel like this is saying to basically like work hard for your energy. Don't get too comfortable and cocky in your own energy. Be willing to infuse new habits and new ways of living, new ways of getting things done. Organize your mind. Don't now feel like, oh, I made this decision, I'm in this new cycle, now I can just sit back and relax and not do anything. It's like, oh no, even though you have this new cycle starting, there's still work that needs to be done. There is still mental, because both of these cards popped out and they're both mental here. there is still a lot of work with your mindset that needs to be done so that you can secure your empire, right? It's not just like, oh, now that you're in this new cycle, now I can relax. No king, as soon as they get their kingdom, as soon as they finally get a kingdom, there's no way that they're just going to be like, okay, now I have my kingdom, that's it. It's like, no, that's when the real work begins. That's when the real hard work begins. That's when you really are going to begin to get mentally challenged by yourself and by others. That's when the real tests will come to see how strong you are. Okay? That's when the possible anxiety can kick in. So it's like, even though now you've gotten to this point where you're on your own, you're feeling more solid, you're feeling more stable, you've entered this new cycle, Taurus, for March 2020, avoid feeling too comfortable in your own energy. Challenge yourself, work hard, have diligence and consistency in your mindset in continuing to move forward. Okay? And don't worry about or get anxious about certain things that could mentally plague you at this time. Don't get stressed out like, oh my goodness, there's so much to do now. I have all of this stuff. I have to do it all by myself. Just take time to organize your mind. Don't get stressed out. There is a lot for you to mentally organize with yourself, but don't allow it to overwhelm you. Avoid allowing the mental, the things that you're thinking about, the things that you have to get done. Don't allow that to overwhelm you this month of March 2020, now that you've come into this new beginning. What to embrace? You have the 5 of coins here. I really feel like this is saying embrace the change. Embrace the stability of instability. Okay? When you go into a new cycle and you're just starting something brand new, everything is uncertain, right? Because you're literally building it from the ground up. So don't be afraid to feel comfortable and find something to actually look forward to. Like I was saying before, organize yourself and find something to look forward to. Okay, engage in the knowledge necessary. And I'm not sure how spiritual you specifically are, right? But whether you look up to the universe, whether you need to gain a better spiritual practice, whether you need to engage in a routine that allows you to spend more time with whatever you believe in terms of a higher power, definitely embrace that relationship that you have with your higher power. Okay, do more research, engage in more knowledge, and literally allow it to teach you more about yourself. Because once you do that, it will bring you to a better sense of balance with your own earth energy with the 6 of coins here. It will help you to decipher what things you need to put more energy into at this time and what things you maybe need to put off for a later date. Okay? It's kind of like exactly how I was saying before, organizing things. I banged my shelf and it just fell, but we're gonna keep it pushing. Sorry, it scared me. But basically, engage in that learning. Learn what you need to learn spiritually, universally, with whatever higher power that you look up to. And allow it to teach you about balancing yourself to a higher scale. Allow that to happen. Okay? That's what you need to embrace this month. Let's see, we're 18 minutes already. Alright, so where to find support? Find support in releasing and putting to rest. Like I was saying, those things in the past that no longer serve you. Those battles that you've had to fight. Those arguments that you were getting in. The stress that you had maybe in the past. Let go of that. Don't allow that to be an obstacle. Yeah, isolate and heal from that. Find support in healing. Find support in laying to rest any of that mental anguish that you used to focus on in the past. You've been to battle, okay? And you're going to be victorious in moving forward. Take the reins in your own hands, Taurus, this month of March. Advice and encouragement. 8 of Cups. Walk away from those things that are not emotionally satisfying you. Walk away. Make a decision to walk away from those things if they're no longer serving you, if they're not going to assist you in terms of your emotions, especially because right now we're in Piscean energy. Okay, as a Taurus, as an earth sign, you may feel a little bit unfamiliar with this energy and a bit out of touch because it's causing you to have to focus more on your intuition, and it can be a bit fuzzy sometimes because there's no solid ground when it comes to water. It flows. It's constantly flowing. So it's like, if you feel that you have to walk away from something, especially something toxic, walk away from it. Be willing to walk away from it. And be bold while you're walking away. Be courageous. You may have been burnt in your past, Taurus, but guess what? There's so much waiting for you with this new cycle here. What Isis Oracle is it for Taurus for the month of March 2020? What is the Isis Oracle for Taurus for March 2020? Eye of Horus. Divine, awakening divine perception here. Look how beautiful that card is. Whatever you are feeling intuitively right now is correct. Your spiritual abilities are being heightened at this time. So listen to yourself this month, Taurus. If you're feeling like you need to remove yourself from certain groups of people, from certain emotional attachments that you may have had in the past, like I said, this is a new cycle for you. So move away from those, especially if your spirit and your intuition is telling you that it's time. Move away from it and allow yourself to heal. Be grateful for the experience, but know it's your time to be on top. Alright, Taurus, so thank you so much for watching. If you would like to book a personal divine session with me, definitely see all of the links and information for that below. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the video and turn the notification bell on so that you can see future videos that come up for the channel right there on your homepage. And I will see you next time. Bye!